You are What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Sarlacc Digest, a podcast bringing line talk and digesting Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. This is episode 303, going live on April 16th, 2025. I'm your host, Darth Moocher. I've got Scott Solo.
What's up, nerds?
Grand Admiral Franz.
Hey there.
Very energetic today. I love it. Good energy, good vibes.
What is going on?
Oh, shit.
Woo! Let's go.
What's up, brother? Ernie the Fallen Fett may be joining us for our outro. Be awesome.
I don't know.
Yeah. Don't make me do another one. Just come in at the last minute, hit the outro, and then bounce. All right. So, well, we actually got some cool stuff to talk about tonight. But first, of course, Scott.
Not for nothing. We should have kept recording because we had a great talk right after the show.
We did.
We really went.
Yeah.
We always do
because Ernie was fresh.
He came right in and we started all over. Damn.
I was ready to go, man.
Yeah, we should have.
Oh, my goodness. Well, continue. Scott is going to bring up our Shadow Council and all the energetic fellows in the pit right now. So, Scott, take it away.
That's right. Welcome back, everybody. Tonight, we're going to talk about, I guess, Star Wars and horrors. What? Oh, horror. Right. Sorry. My bad.
The first one's cool, too.
I didn't want to get these guys all excited, though. That's AJ from the Forbidden Panel, Brandon and Anya Epler. I don't know if Anya would get excited about that. Brian C., Cliff, Commander Bly, Commander Cook, Crystal E., Don the Dad Dorn, Eric Grubb, Gavin Connor from the Holy Hour, All Cure Podcast, Obi-Sean Kenobi, Justin the Vanilla Thunder, Mervine Bolanos, Matt Logic, Muftak is back, and Nicholas Schaefer. So if you want to join our Patreon crew, that is our Shadow Council, take part in all the behind-the-scenes shenanigans that we have planned, log on to patreon.com/Sarlacc Digest Podcast, or scan that QR code right there and donate a couple of bucks. Or you know what? Send us a super chat if you feel so inclined. You don't gotta, but we appreciate it. So on top of all that, though, these people right here, they're getting digested, kind of stuck right here in the Sarlacc gullet. That's Commander Bly. And let's see who else we got. We got Don the Dad Dorn. No zombies. Good evening from Basil G.
Good evening.
Good evening.
That's funny.
Who else do we got here? We've got Hal Runner Base. What's up, Hal Runner?
Yes.
Mando Mike is in the house.
Yep.
Mr. Stu John Jedi.
Do it live. Sorry.
Dr. William Rodriguez. Senor Santo 1414 is here. Rick Jones Esquire. Captain Meeks is here. He's in the house too. That's awesome.
Nice.
Who else we got? Oh, we got Corporal Trevor Ritchie is in the house. And of course, General Matt Logic 44.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know why you guys are here, because first off, Star Wars Celebration is happening technically on a Friday, but it will be tomorrow. Because they are 16 hours ahead of us, so we should start seeing all the panels that you want to know about will be happening tomorrow. In fact, I still have the Celebration app on my phone from the last one that we have, so I get updates. So I'm hoping that it notifies us when any kind of panels do go live, because they are streaming all those, and I think that they're hitting them very early. So like all the big ones, like the Mando and the Ahsoka and all that stuff. So the full schedule's on there too. So our ears are going to be to the ground, and of course, we'll be reporting to you as things come in and doing our full Celebration show next Wednesday, man. And seeing all the slated movies that they're going to drop.
It's a 3-hour show next week.
Exactly.
And Rhino Hobbies is our man on the floor down there. So he's exploring Tokyo right now. As a matter of fact, it's pretty impressive. I've been following his hijinks on Instagram.
That's right.
Stuff, so,
yes.
No.
However, I think it's Saturday, so it'd be Friday. I think the Hasbro panel, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 1:00 on Saturday. So we'll see. And of course, we'll be reporting that one too. The new Tatooine Star Wars Tarantino Star Wars movie. I mean, that's a whole different rated R than we want to talk about, right? Because at first, before we get into Celebration and stuff like that, did you guys see how like Andor 2 is next week also, guys? And again, it's going to be awesome. So we have a very, very full weeks coming up pretty soon. But did you hear about Tony Gilroy? He's doing all these interviews, right? They're promoting a Star Wars show properly, in my opinion. Talking about experiences on it, how awesome it is. Plus, maybe some tidbits on what's coming up in what we can expect, right? There he is, the fallen Fett.
Whoa, damn near in the intro.
I mean, I'm getting into it.
I could have been, but then I was like, "Who's this guy? Why should I do that?" So
Yeah,
I went and got something to drink, said hello to the fam. Yeah, and then I was like, "Okay, I'll let my presence be known now."
Now it's
yeah.
I shall enter. Get the shenanigans out of the way.
Yeah,
do all the housekeeping. I'll come in for the dunk.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
I like it.
I like his style, man.
I'm gonna start doing it too. You guys do all that stuff. I don't
Before
need to
you know it,
hello
Chris.
in.
Right, it would just be Mooch here, and we can show up after and be like,
get this nonsense done, dude. I'll be here at 8:10.
Yeah. Let everybody jump into the pit.
Just come in and
have a smoke beforehand, maybe a little snacky snack, and then it's going.
Exactly. Hal Runner, have you seen those Andor clips? This is something we wanted to bring up too, because those clips are actually like a minute, 2-minute kind of scenes, and the only clip I've seen is the Andor TIE Fighter one, but you guys say there's others.
Well, let's talk about the TIE Fighter one first.
Yeah,
that's a pretty rad scene to get up in there and to watch how the TIE Fighter is being flown and
you know what I like about it is the actual struggle Andor had, because like every sci-fi show, they just jump in and know exactly what to do. They're like, oh, that's the throttle, boom, 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 and they're gone. It's like a struggle for him in this TIE fighter, and I love it. It's like
me and Squadrons.
Yeah, it is. It's like watching the Sarlacc play Squadrons.
Same. Yeah. I'm just flying in circles. Why am I flying in circles?
that was I love that scene. And then
the other one though, the Dedra and Cyril. He went from creepy stalker to maybe boy toy. I don't know, man.
I didn't see that one.
She kissed
that one either. What? I didn't see that one either.
Like he came home,
and
they kissed, and then he can only be there for a small amount of time, and he needs to go again. Like they're hiding it.
Oh, so I didn't see the whole thing. Oh,
okay. So I'm like, okay,
yeah, because last we left.
Yeah,
he had saved her, and
he's
they
dressed like an imperial dignitary. Is what he's dressed like. One of the guys in the Death Star is what he looked like to me.
Oh hell yeah! Oh,
but he's not obviously. But
yeah.
They're all dressed up like in their fancy gear and in her fancy joint, and it was
awesome. I didn't see that one. The only one I'm at this point where I've tried. If I see him, like, all right, TV spots are happening. I'm cool. Let's just hit play, right? But who said here there's at least 5 of them? Basil, right? I think he's talking about there's at least 5 spots that are going on right now.
Oh, shoot.
I've seen 3.
You've seen 3
Which
so
one
far?
Did you see?
I've seen 2 different TIE fighters. I saw the acquiring of the TIE fighter.
Okay.
And then I saw him flying in it. And then I saw a weird one with Krennic, because at first the face with Krennic looked a little off. And I was like, what is this? And it was talking about his Death Star. Did you see that one with Krennic?
No.
Yeah, he looked weird at first. And I was like, wait, what are they doing? And then again, I don't know why it was so weird. I don't know if it's a flashback or maybe something, but I saw the Krennic one.
Yeah, maybe it's like a young, de-aged Krennic. Like I said, I haven't seen it. Oh, it's not.
Kind of at first, yeah.
Can we get away with a minute playing it?
No, they'll turn us off. I don't even know where to find. If you can find them, find them.
10 seconds. You get like 10 seconds before they nail you.
Yeah. We got next week. I mean, next week we're in the thralls of it. So it's like, all right, let's just go. Right.
Whatever.
I mean, but I love the fact, but I do like the fact that I agree with you, Chris. I'm at this point, just bring it on. But
you get the normal complaints too in the comments, like, just show the whole show already. You're just wasting it all now. Like, dude, they've shown, like, there's 5 of them. They've shown 5 minutes,
and they're like, you're
getting a 2.5 hours. You're getting 10 hours.
Yes,
over the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, what are they showing? They're barely showing anything.
Calm your tits.
Calm down.
It's like extended scenes from the trailer anyway, like the TIE fighter scene, right? Again, it's like it's just a more of context in it. But again, Tony Gilroy is doing his rounds. I don't remember him doing any of this before, like from Andor season 1 or Rogue One. Like, I don't remember it. I mean, he could have. But it seems like, because he did say this is his one and done. I played in the Star Wars sandbox and I'm done. I'm cool, And to me, I'm like, as a fan, I'm like, damn it, because I think his vision is absolutely perfect for any show. But I'm also happy that he is going. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be an upbeat, But
because it sounded like they offered him something and he said no. Is what that made that sound like.
Right. Well, right? Because I think. It almost sounds like too in these interviews that he's doing, right, from Business Insider stuff. He's not overly. Maybe I'm reading into it a little bit, but he's a little bit bitter that they condensed the Andor seasons to 2 seasons instead of 5, like they originally planned. I have
seen that a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a little bit of a tone, and to just be almost like, well, I'm done now. I'm done. This is it. I finished what this project's gonna do, and I'm just gonna move on to other things. And it could have been more. That's like maybe a little bit of a back walk on it.
What?
That's not the hallway she gets choked out in either. Oh, he does look like a dignitary.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
and she's all dressed fancy. I'm like, no.
I was gonna say her attire is weird.
Yeah, she's got
it almost looks like what's her name from
I don't know,
Solo? From Solo.
Oh, Kira.
Kira's attire.
I guess like
that whole,
with a safety pin on her neck.
Yes,
but they're leaning.
Watch, put the captions on real quick and grab the last couple seconds of that talk.
That is crazy.
This is great for our audio.
I know.
Turn out the lights.
Oh,
It's
turn
that
about
what
an
you're
hour.
talking
You have a, yeah. She that's what it was. She's like, you have an hour. Turn out the lights.
Oh,
you have an hour. To turn out
an
the
hour
lights.
is plenty.
Now
Dude.
it almost. That's right. It almost comes out sexual. That was it. But I doubt it was. I actually think it's probably more spy centric.
Maybe,
right?
maybe.
But she is like, hey, you have an hour. Turn a couple times. Turn off. The
I'm
lights,
like an
turn
hour.
off the lights.
I mean, we can eat, play
12
games.
minutes.
We can
12
do
minutes,
that.
and that will be with.
If we
extra
have an
stuff.
hour, there's no rush, dude. It's like let's just.
Yeah, you got Cheetos.
I'm gonna go shower before and after.
What
All
are you
right.
doing there? An hour.
Stu John now has Careless Whisper in his head. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So again, Tony Gilroy seems like the type of person where he's just like kind of like doesn't kiss the asses of the corporate world. Yeah, seems like it. I mean, I don't know any of it, but
but it seems like until you said that though, it seems like he's probably the one that's had the most positive experience as far as press, critics, fans, everything else. And that's
maybe he doesn't want to
be quite happy and just leave it where it's at and like, hey,
100%.
you know what? I'm on top of the world. I win.
They like me. I'm going to go away now.
If I do one more thing, one more move here, and there's probably something squirrely inside Andor too that everybody's gonna go, wait a sec. You know,
the longer you stay, the more they'll hate you.
That's right. You know? That's right. What's that? Tell Batman.
That Dark Knight quote. You know, you see yourself become the villain if you. Anyway.
Howard, I don't know because we tried it before. We've tried it, and actually Disney or YouTube shut us down. Our
stream closed.
Our stream closed. So we're just like, okay, I don't know what the protocol is, or you know what we have to pay off, or we didn't pay off, and so
or what Scott has to do.
I was about to say, who does Ernie have to, to?
Yeah, sorry about that. If you want to see them, you can head over to my channel. I have Paul clearance over there. We don't get shut down over there. But I'm just saying, we'll talk about it here. We'll show it over there.
He's like, clearance.
Yeah.
We got SKN checking in. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, so there was a comment, and I don't know how the forwarding question went to this. Is something about he would like to see this 3-camera sitcom, which I've said, not that I want to see it. I've just said it would be something interesting a long time ago, right in the past. Like, what would a Star Wars sitcom be? And or a horror show. And then he goes to say, I think they are doing it. I believe they're doing it. Yeah, they're doing something in those aspects where he said they're doing it. I think they're doing it. Yeah, like this one was backtracked.
I shouldn't have said it, but I said it.
Yeah. And it was the horror-based Star Wars series.
And he's not one to talk out of pocket.
No. And so like what Chris said, I'm thinking like maybe he was approached on this whole thing and maybe he was advised on it to go forward with it, right? And so back in I swear we did this.
We did
our episode 3 or 4 in Chris's garage when we set up our audio. We talked about rated R and horror. That was like our first. I mean, this goes back 7 years now. We've been talking about what does a Star Wars horror show, series, movie, rated R, or what if it has to be rated R, whatever. What does it look like, right? And what Commander Bly and Don immediately went to was zombies, right? That's exactly what I put in our chat because I think that's Disney's safest bet on if they were to do a horror type.
The book Last Shot dealt with droid built droids that instead of when a human loses a limb they put on droid parts. This was the opposite, where it was when droids got jacked up they would use human parts. And that was pretty gory stuff. So I mean you can go crazy droid type side. It doesn't have to be the gory part. It could be the gory part. But you can go psycho droids, you can go alien type thing, right? Like Sigourney Weaver alien.
We've already got the zombie thing though. I mean, we've had the zombie thing, so let's do something different, right?
I agree.
We've got zombies and we've got happy, friendly ghosts. So we don't need to do zombies.
I don't want to do that.
Let's go something else. Let's go somewhere else.
And so there's
the aliens thing that he just brought up.
I like that aspect of it. Just having that in Star Wars, right? It was like,
because then you wouldn't have to deal with Jedi necessarily in that. You could go off, but then does that become just a sci-fi flick?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's where so that's where you have to like kind of teeter this ground of putting a theme around a series. Yeah, Acolyte teaser poster was the most horror thing I've ever seen. I was like, oh my god, a saber with a bloody streak, and it's like if that doesn't scream horror to me. And then of course nothing about Acolyte was horror. But
actually, like Stu John here says, the Acolyte was horror enough,
yeah,
right?
the whole thing.
Well,
yeah,
he did enter like
different
Dracula.
way.
He
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the coolest scenes in there too.
So two things I could think of that taken zombie. Well, it's not really taking zombies out of it, but one would be a Vader type dark horror, more psychological, more, and violent, right? In that vein, because there's that new Vader book coming out, that novel that's coming out, and it could tie into that. That would kind of be cool. The other thought is, I mean, we have it already, is old Night Sisters, Dathomir, whatever, what have you. I mean, that could be absolutely a great side series, whatever. But do we put it in? I mean, we obviously could put it into now with Thrawn going to Dathomir, having a side series on Dathomir, and then
it could be past. It could be
past too, because
how we all got there, right? And why they need him, and why the Emperor or whatever this plan is. That's why they need the Night Sisters again. So
right.
Yeah,
So
my thought goes to, wouldn't it be kind of cool to have something about the Sith Eternal? I mean, we were on Exegol, we saw these hooded, cloaked characters there. What's that story? Is that a horror story?
Yeah.
Dr. Frankenstein stuff, trying to build the Emperor back.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I would take that. I would be cool. Sith Eternal, Exegol, more Sith sorcery, Sith magic, like bringing actual Sith lore and everything into it, where you can have those datacrons, right? Or the come up where the Emperor's learning from Bane and Revan and everybody else, and really putting in that the dark side stuff into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. It's like, when we think of a horror, we think of different things, and what Disney thinks of horror could be, like say, Casper the Friendly Ghost. It could be what they like. Oh, they love the zombies.
The
Haunted Mansion. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like tongue in cheek, slapsticky, but in a little bit more serious tone. Or like I said, the safest bet is zombies. A zombie type, like going to Peridea and seeing how Thrawn just because they obviously rose those troopers before. Because he said, like, do it again. Kind of, I remember exactly, almost like do your magic. He's seen it before. So are we going to see that again in a series? Which is kind of like, no, I want something brand new. I want a brand new, dude. I want to explore. Like I said, I want to explore the dark side. And Night Sisters to me seems absolutely perfect to do it.
It would link into what we're doing right now.
It will link, and I would want that to link into what we're doing now, if that's what they're doing on Peridea and Dathomir at this point.
And every episode with Night Sisters in it in the Clone Wars played like a horror flick, right?
I
mean,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Totally works.
Yeah. Or like I said, and you can kill two birds with one stone. You can have this current setup, but going in the past too. And you can have all this, like they showed on the Tales from the Sith, Grievous on Dathomir destroying stuff. And
then you had Maul and Ezra and Kanan and Sabine on Dathomir in Rebels, where they were all getting possessed by the evil spirits of the Night Sisters.
And... Oh yeah. Okay, now so all that is current canon stuff, that's current setups that it could possibly go. Is there anything we can think of that would be a brand new era?
Why did I not think they were on Dathomir there? What was the other planet? Sith planet?
They were on Dathomir.
Was it
Dathomir?
That Ezra takeover and all that, or that on Clone Wars?
Yeah.
That's
no.
On
Rebels.
No, that was Dathomir.
Oh, on Rebels. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no,
that's where they reacquired the dark saber. That's where they got the dark saber.
Yeah. Is there any way in the pit too? Like, is there any? There you go. Abeloth's backstory.
Abeloth. That's kind of the play right now that could be going on anyway, right?
Yeah. That a setup series for or something where Ahsoka season 2 introduces Abeloth, and then a setup series after that, like a series that goes into the past of that. That can be very horror-esque, right? That would be cool. Again, we're always looking at how they tie into current series, her current canons, tying all these things in. But also, there's a lot of
what
Malachor.
I didn't think they were on Death.
I didn't think so. It's
that Sith temple where they were at.
That wasn't the Night Sisters we saw stoned. That wasn't that fight.
Right.
No, I'm sorry, hang on a second. Where they got the
where
dark
they found
saber,
Maul, right? Where they
found Maul was Abeloth. Or I'm sorry, it was Malachor. Later on down the line,
gotcha.
They went to Dathomir, and that's where they were possessed by.
We were talking about two different places. Then I was talking about there.
Yeah, I think because I'm like where Malachor was, where they were at the temple, and he activated and then
all
he
the
took
dead
off
bodies.
Yeah, that's where I was at. That's where I was.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Hal Runner. That's it. Careful, you put the idea out there, and Disney won't be able to use it. Yeah, I plant the seeds. I hope.
But we've given permission, so it's okay.
Yes.
On
that's right.
Shows,
that's right.
Got it unrecorded. Use it.
Right.
You don't really have to pay us, even if we joke that you might want to.
Right.
Just use it.
Yeah, Stu John brought up the Yuzon Vong. Sure. It just there hasn't been, besides the books on this, hasn't been anything tied in live action. Are they my whole thing is like, are they scrapping a lot of the ideas that they wanted to do and trying to spread it out differently, right? Like if they come up to this, if we're going to do a horror type show, and then, first person, okay, are we doing it in the current, because what do we have to change in our current setup to make this one work? Or is it something like a one shot completely off, future, past, whatever, or a setup? A setup would be good. Like I said, Abeloth would make perfect sense to me. Or Night Sister magic stuff, live action, the reasoning why, and then you go fast forward to Thrawn, and he at the end of Ahsoka goes to Dathomir, and what's in all those. It'd probably be a combo.
We'd probably be seeing why those Night Sisters were on.
I think it's all tied in. Sure,
holding it all down, kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah. I think it'd be all tied in, right? I mean, there's obviously why Balin went to Peridea to do something. Thrawn found something there, and he's bringing it back and tie it all in with this sub series of that, and it just has to be a very big dark tone to it, which Star Wars has a lot of, and I don't think we've never really, besides Clone Wars and Rebel, like those little one-offs or series of it, we really haven't explored it too much. It's always been good guy versus bad guy stuff.
Yeah. I could honestly, I could also see them going, as we always say, back into the past, the whole foundation of the Sith and the dark side, that lends itself to a horror story. It really could be, somebody, imagine you've got early Jedi and one of them just loses control, and takes it upon himself. You get your first serial killer Jedi or something like that, other than Pong Krell.
Yeah, I was just going to say Pong Krell is the only one really that went bad. And all right, couple things. Mando, sorry. Abeloth is an ancient creature that people are trying to tie into being the mother in the Mortis arc. So at the end of Ahsoka, when Balin's standing on the statues, those statues reference the Mortis arc in Clone Wars, which if you haven't seen it, definitely go see it or watch that. And because that's going to be something in Ahsoka too, where the one thing that was missing was the mother. And the mother is this. We're assuming, we're hoping it is Abeloth. So, to give you a little bit of a context there, Crystal E is checking in. What did she miss? We're just talking about what a horror type.
Let's roll it back.
Yeah. Okay. Ernie's here early. That's what you missed.
We had a couple scenes for Andor come up. One of them was full recap.
But interesting stuff nonetheless, right? Interesting to know that somebody, like I said, this isn't a rumor. Oh, I mean, it's a rumor. We're going to treat it as a rumor until, again, remember, nothing is set official till it's official. But Tony Gilroy slipping or whatever it is, or saying like, hey, I think they are working on it,
but like you said, you got to take that stuff with a grain of salt.
You do.
As a matter of fact, I can actually bring up the media asset here and show there's a whole lot of things that were on the that were being quote unquote worked on that are not seeing the light of day. So,
right.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I'm trying not to get too excited.
Well, that's the thing, right? I mean, we've got Star Wars Celebration. In the past celebrations, they've been known, or they've been they've announced a bunch of shows, series, video games, whatever it is, and only a handful really do come like to fruition. They cancel, comes back, blah blah blah, blah, all that stuff. So this is just a verbal kind of confirmation from a creator that's in the know and somebody who's well respected, saying that a horror type series, they're working on it. Like, oh yeah, no, they're working on it. I think they're working on it.
Yeah, like I said, they probably asked him.
Will the Force checking in?
What's up, Will?
If they do make Star Wars horror project, do y'all think it would be canon or outside of canon, like Visions? Y'all great, by the way. Love to me. Thank you so much for that. My opinion is it would be canon. I think anything they do besides Visions, if it's not lumped into Visions, it's going to be the only time that it's not going to be a canon thing, and that's an ongoing thing. So like Tales of any Disney series, any movie, any comic and novel, it's tied into a canon, because if they start on the outside of that, then they're really going to just kind of
open up a whole EU
man,
everybody gets to pick and choose your own adventure. And
you think it's confusing now. You know what I mean? So
people can't handle it.
Yeah. So it's a good question too, because again, we don't know what kind of turnaround or what talks they've had in the past, because they're obviously like, okay, look, this hasn't been working or this works. They're making that move towards coming back to the movie theaters. They're like, okay, we're going to push it. We're going back to theaters. How's that going to affect Disney Plus? You know what I mean? So it could be where they throw everything on the floor too, and it could be a one-off. Like, this is just a fun little thing. But they could have done that with Skeleton Crew, and they did. That's canon. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Now, the interesting thing is, because if you look at all the reports regarding, say, Daredevil, right? Kingpin, the I forget the name of the actor right off the top of my head, but Kingpin is Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yes.
Vincent D'Onofrio, even though he is Kingpin, cannot do movies because he's locked into a contract through Disney Plus and through the TV series. It's interesting. It would be interesting to know if they can move. I mean, obviously Mando is moving over to movies. I wonder if they have any similar contractual issues with moving some of their characters to the big screen from the small screen.
Since they don't have, Star Wars, they don't have that kind of they didn't own different rights. You know what I mean? It was Lucasfilm and getting sold over to Disney. Right. So it's not like they weren't piece part, like Marvel had to piece part Spider-Man out and Hulk out and everybody out at one point to Fox and to Paramount and stuff. I don't know. But
you can have Daredevil in Spider-Man No Way Home, but I guess Kingpin can't go over. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah,
but I hope that they're not, tying Disney's hands, or
not to change the subject too far. But did you guys watch Daredevil now?
I watched the first episode.
Are you caught up?
It was good.
I have to watch the final episode.
Oh shit! All right, never mind.
Oh man,
Kingpin is nuts. I'm telling you, I didn't watch the Netflix ones, and I'm watching those now. Between Kingpin and Punisher, that's all I really watch it for. I could care less anymore about Daredevil.
That's what I've heard. And I do like the Netflix Daredevil a lot. That was
especially
Kingpin on that
1
was brutal. Yeah.
Rick
Jones saying Zillow Beast -1. Yeah, I mean, they could definitely go kaiju with Star Wars and kaiju just go hand in hand. I mean,
that was pretty much a horror episode too. That was very much
even into Bad Batch, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
seeing that you could do nothing with the saber, that automatically turns the table. Like,
Oh yeah, right.
Use a saber to get through it. Yeah,
right.
Well, I mean, even the Stranger with this cortosis, gauntlet and helmet, you could put some
to hit.
Could have somebody using that in a
I mean, the Stranger is a spin off of them again.
It's built for it, but yeah,
I think so. If it was a spin-off of the Acolyte and it was this whole different thing, but it is a character from the Acolyte, which a lot of people don't like as a whole, but there's people do like the Stranger, as that
aspects of it.
The aspects of it,
great, yeah.
And so if they took the Stranger story and made it a series and ended up being like a horror series, that would work.
That'd
really
be
well too.
Great.
Yeah.
What you think, Ernie?
I would love it.
Do you think they're doing it?
Are they doing it? Tony Gilroy said yes. So
don't blink if it's happening.
It's not going to be called the Stranger series, but Great if there was one, you know.
Boom.
He was a great character.
Hell
And
yeah.
still
I think
around.
I think if they announced something like that, I do think the collective would be like, all right, let's go, right? If it was just that. But they would also be like, hey, as long as it's not May and Osha and all these other people involved, it's just a stranger backstory.
Yeah,
It does include May.
Animated, so all the characters are cool.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go. Animated.
they left the track there where you've got to go into his past so you could see Vernestra doing whatever it is that she did to him. And
yeah,
that
I'd rather
opens up
them
that
just
can
do a
of worms.
season 2 of Acolyte versus like if that's gonna be like my Star Wars horror, and if they're gonna lump in Vernestra and May, just make it 2. You know what I mean? And then give us the, like I said, the Night Sister thing or whatever. But
yeah,
I mean, hey, you're not gonna you're not gonna please everybody.
no,
Not
know,
us. Yeah,
Star Wars Stranger Things
would be great.
Well, that was almost like a skeleton crew right there. I mean, there were
There are
getting
points.
the mythological stuff, the dark side powers, the powers, that undiscovered powers of dark side stuff. That's where Star Wars can really shine. Would be scary and horror-esque. You know what I mean? Even like it'd be cool if even powers the dark side users were afraid to use. You know, like.
Mm-hmm.
I won't go into it, but look up Dark Nihilist. Like Dark Nihilist is not a person; it's a hunger, it's a being, or it was just an energy thing that was unstoppable, and it had this all growing power to feed, and it got out of control, and to the point where it's like you can't. The dark side is so much more powerful that we barely tapped into it. So like, where's a power that even dark side users are afraid to do? You know, to go into that. Like, don't do that. Don't put that crystal there, because
so a new High Republic book came out this week. The
final, is it
not the final. It's the penultimate. But it's also written by Claudia Gray. So it's
okay.
Of course, it focuses on Zettifar and Geode and all that. They're all in it again, but I'm listening to the audiobook of it, and I will tell you right now, it is not Mark Thompson, and they do not have sound effects. They do not have the music score running behind. There's nothing. It is a boring listen, right?
Oh, they cut budget.
They cut budget on this one big time. But the story it's kind of ramping up, and one of the characters in it finds a Sith holocron. So
he's just talking higher. No, go.
No,
continue.
One of them found a Sith holocron, and it's all supposed to be leading to what happened in the Acolyte.
Gotcha.
Et cetera.
Sorry.
Yeah. Maybe they should have let the High Republic play out before the Acolyte came out, right? Like
that's
the whole
what I'm
thing.
saying. It was supposed to be the conclusion of it. We had all these ideas in our heads.
Stu John.
It wasn't even close.
No.
Like nothing. Yeah.
Leading right into the Phantom Menace.
Yeah,
didn't get any of that.
No.
It could if it went into season whatever.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
From 99.
Well, let's turn our attention to, like I said, Celebration is happening tomorrow in Japan, but it's their Friday, our Thursday, and so I've seen
time travel's weird.
Yeah, it's funny. This is what I love about like the Instagram's full of like, hey, Dave Filoni was on my plane. Emily Swall was on my plane, and like these people are taking pictures of it, and I'm just like, holy crap, that's awesome. And like I said, in our very own Rhino Hobbies, who's probably sleeping right now, or no, it's probably afternoon time or something.
Like 16 hours difference.
Yeah. So he's on the street. He's there. He's going to take pictures, and
it's going right now.
Yeah, we did a
pull up YouTube. It's live now. What are you doing?
Why are we here? Why are we even here? All of a
quite.
sudden, our viewer numbers just plummet.
Hey, no,
we're down to 12 from 13.
Yeah, it's 12:41 p.m. on Thursday, April 17th right now.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So before we get into any kind of like, I know we've done this before, right? But now we've had time to really like sit on it and say, like, are they gonna do a lot of stuff? Are they gonna present a lot of stuff? Are they gonna announce it, or are they gonna show some trailers or whatever? But here's the one thing I've been telling everybody that the Sunday closing ceremonies are gonna announce the next one, right? And us here in the States, we're like, we want it here. It's in our backyard. we're going to go. And I've been telling everybody 2026, right? Well, it actually hit me today that it doesn't make sense to have one next year.
Yep.
It makes sense to have one 2027 for the 50th anniversary of Star Wars. Okay. And here's my prediction. I'm going to predict this. They're going to have it. I'm hoping Anaheim, but it probably won't be Anaheim. It'll probably be Orlando or whatever it is. Yeah. It's going to be 2027, 50th anniversary of Star Wars. It's going to be, a big event. And I'm predicting a dual location celebration. One in Europe, one in the United States, running at the same weekend. I think that would be actually very, very cool.
It would be hard to get the actors. Like you would get ripped off.
You could split. You have simulcast and everything. You can split it.
Man, who gets the Acolyte crew?
Just like how they can have the Acolyte crew, but
what he's saying is we'd end up with the Acolyte crew.
Yeah, I think. Hal Runner's saying Australia. Australia would be neat. I think it was London, right? And Japan was the only two other celebrate, and then Orlando. Besides the first couple, right? One LA and one Indianapolis and Indiana. Orlando and Anaheim makes the most sense because of the Disney tie-in, right?
Yeah.
You still have Paris, you still have Hong Kong, you still have all the other Disney, parks that you can tie all these in, right?
I don't think China would work though, because isn't China notoriously not Star Wars?
Oh yeah, that's right, huh?
The Acolyte crew would not be there.
The Acolyte crew will definitely not be there. You're right. So Japan, Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Paris
would be pretty cool.
As soon as Chris said that, the whole thing about splitting the actors, that was oh, okay. Yeah. It's almost like
never mind.
I'm gonna say this. It's almost like splitting WrestleMania. It's like day one and day two. It's like why go to this one when the big and yeah. I don't like those split days.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
My God.
You can't see Roddy Piper on this. Somebody's not getting the big one. Somebody's not getting
the Mark Hamill at the anniversary, or a George Lucas, right, or something like that for the anniversary of this magnitude.
When does the Heir to the Empire movie supposed to come out? 27 or 28?
20. Yeah, I thought it was slated 27. I thought
that'd be cool if it came out the anniversary day,
the 50th anniversary.
That'd be dude. Cool. So that's why it got me thinking.
Filoni's first film come out with Lucas's first 50 years.
Right,
that'd be sweet.
Like I said, it just kind of got me thinking. Next year, I at first I was because of the return to the movies and stuff. I was like, we're gonna have a celebration. It'll be back to back to back, and I think they've never done 3 in a row like that. They've done 2 in a row. It just went to Europe, Japan, Anaheim, Europe, Japan. It's got to come back to the States, I'm thinking. And then, but if it's the 50th anniversary, you have one in London again because it was filmed there. It was created here. It's got the Disney tie-in. And again, you split simulcast and stuff. And I don't think the attendance will hurt, honestly. How people go to a celebration, people are going here to Japan or they come here for that. I don't think attendance would hurt at all for them to do something like that.
So what we really need is we really need our Patreon crew to amp it up so it can pay for us to go to Europe.
Or if it's in Anaheim, it's right there. We just pick everybody up on the way, dude. Have a blast. Right. But I have a feeling because they had 2 in Anaheim, they're gonna have one in Orlando. Yeah. Or Chicago again. I don't know. I think we're gonna get screwed, but
Orlando though would be pretty cool because not only you could go do the celebration thing and then afterward go to Epic Universe because that thing looks amazing. So
right, we would, celebration. Rick Jones, San Francisco, the Moscone Center. I don't know if that would handle. I don't think it's big enough anymore. That's where they used to have WonderCon, but they did renovate that place. But nice. I've seen a lot of people wanting the celebration to do a random world tour like the Olympics, right? You bid on it every 2-3 years, it goes and does this thing. I think there's more opportunity to tie it into a Disney park. It just makes more sense because people spend a week there. They go to the parks. Orlando's perfect. Like I said, Europe, they still have, or Japan has the Disneyland, Paris, Disneyland, the Anaheim. It makes a lot of a sense of tie it in where parks are,
And or if not, I mean, like you were saying, the London Elstree studio right there where they filmed a lot of it,
Yeah.
Why not?
That's what I'm saying. Like to me, they've never done a dual casting or a dual celebration. If you're gonna do it, 5-0 is a big one. Like 5-0, it'd be your only shot to do it.
Yeah.
And it'd be perfect time. It's probably why they did a celebration. Because I was questioning, like, why would they do a celebration in 2026? There was nothing slated. It seemed weird to have it, from London to Japan, but they probably were like, well, we're going to do one in 27. So we need one in between,
Yeah, 27 makes sense. I mean, honestly, that one makes the most sense of it all.
Crystal E, 2028 is the Olympics in LA. So, and I've been getting the email, so I'm definitely going. That's another thing. If you ever not have an opportunity to go to an Olympics, go. It's a lot of fun. Mando Mike checking in, first step for Sarlacc Digest celebration trip. Hell yeah, Mando. You'll be the first one we pick up, man. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. Nerd Alert is checking in. I'll tell you one thing. I'm friending for a Mando trailer whenever it arrives. I think we're getting one this weekend. I think we're getting an official Mando Grogu movie. I think we already got the teaser. I think we're getting one because it looked like it was very, very far completed, like ready to go. They're just doing extra stuff and let it marinate. Quality over quantity. I think we're getting a teaser of some sort of sizzle reel for Ahsoka too. I think we're going to get a Mando Grogu trailer, and it could be a teaser, but I think we're going to get an official block out trailer, meaning we're not going to see it unless someone leaks it, and then gets closer to the Christmas time we might see it. Because that's
maddening. It's maddening to know that there are people in a room watching new Star Wars and we can't see it.
I know.
That makes
we were there and they still did it to us.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
Sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
Watching our stupid little phones.
Dude, John, that's funny. Based on how things are going in the world right now, Orlando may be underwater by 2027. So keep those fingers crossed at Anaheim. I mean, I went to Orlando's 2010 celebration and hated I love the celebration, but I hated Florida every minute just because it was in August. And it was like 1,000% humidity. I know you can't get that, but it's felt.
I've been there in July, and it was
horrible. But the celebration was awesome. Yeah, it was just Crystal. Well, the Winter Olympics. Yeah, well, let's go. Curling competition. I think that's the one I would like. I mean, I'd buy shirts for it. I'd buy Oh man.
Florida's a hellhole.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay.
I was just saying we can slime ourselves just like we called out the actual Sarlacc. Yeah.
Florida's a hellhole on Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't. The only time I ever went there was that, and it just happened to be summertime, and this was before the pre-Disney takeover, and it was the time when I want to say 3 or 4 Clone Wars. One was Savage Press. When they introduced Savage, because there was this big mural, and by the end they were like a secret character is going to be introduced in Clone Wars, and so those were the reveals back in the day, right? So that was kind of cool. I'm expecting Mando trailer. I'm expecting a sizzle reel of Ahsoka. Of course, they're going to show visions, and they're probably they are showing the first couple episodes of Andor early to the people there, which we'll get it on Tuesday.
And I would assume the next animated series.
I think because the next week after that we're getting Tales of the Underworld.
I mean a full-on Clone Wars, Bad Batch, whatever.
I think so too. 100%. I think so too, because they did promise us bigger things in the animation department other than the Tales of. And
hopefully the Tales isn't the last Asajj piece, right? So
right. No,
maybe that announcement is more Tales of, and that's going to be their ongoing series.
That would be cool.
Tales of.
They couldn't confirm it to us that they're going to
Tales of Star Wars. Yeah.
Continue it forever. That's all you need to do. You can just let everything else drop now.
Yeah. They were like, hey, there's this YouTuber that said that we should just have Tales of 24/7 called
just do one a week and for the rest of eternity, and we're straight.
Yeah,
jump all over the timeline. Doesn't matter. It all works.
Just tell me what it is, and I'm going to be in. And
I like that a lot. Like we got information for decades.
Yeah,
Oh man.
You wanted to, if you want to clear up some of the the mysteries, like who was Snoke, I don't give a crap, but that's a great era. That's a great thing to show is Snoke and Kylo, their first meeting.
You can
That,
fix a lot of the sequels with a 15-minute animated episode here and there.
A nugget here, a nugget there. Yeah.
An overlay.
An overlay.
They'll be like, insert this Tales into 1 hour and 12 minutes into The Last Jedi.
Yeah. Yeah. You can say, why did they build Star Destroyers underground on Exegol when Exegol is hidden anyway? Like, what? They can explain that, but they wrote a cool scene and they had to do that. Like, the money is budgeted to make Star Destroyers come from the. Never mind.
All flash, no substance.
Yeah. Ernie, what do you want out of Celebration this go around? What do you want to come out on Monday when we're all said and done, the dust settles? What do you want it to look like?
Definitely that trailer, the announcements of the next Visions that's going to be there.
You're all in on Visions, huh? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're probably not going to get a new animation one. It's going to end up probably being a kids one, and then we'll get hit with another animation one later. Another Disney Plus. Sorry, another Disney Plus show, and some cool surprises. That's probably
cool surprises. Yeah,
I know. I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
So cool surprise. That's the ticket, right? Because we didn't know Kenobi was coming.
No,
we didn't know things like that were happening until they brought them all out. So some cool shit like that would definitely be cool.
Yeah.
I'd be.
I'm going to say what I'm excited for isn't necessarily the content, because we know we're going to get something to look at, right? But what I'm looking forward to is, and it's going to sound super cheesy, but the Star Wars Celebration, you go to one and everybody's freaking happy to be there.
Yeah.
You get the crowd amped up, you get the people on stage talking. I like the interviews. I've always liked behind the scenes kind of thing. So I'm ready to hear some of the interviews and what it took to make certain shows. And, some of the, it's usually also where you have like guest stars come out, that are going to be in these movies and TV shows and stuff. And I love the enthusiasm and the nonsense that happens in the crowd too. It's fun seeing all the costumes and everything.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. Arthur Henderson is checking in. I always say the toxicity that you see out there in the Star Wars, I mean, it's out there. It's all over the place. You see it all the time and everything. But if you really want to gauge a pulse of a fandom, go to a Celebration. Because I mean, look at even Ahmed Best said, right? In Hayden Christensen, there's a lot of backlash in those scripts, but when those guys walked on stage, you couldn't hear anything. The decibels was just so amazing. Like we all lose our shit when those people come out. You know what I mean? And it's like, and you really get that sense of like, oh my God, this is everybody in here has that same love for Star Wars, and we're all in it together, even though you might not like everything and stuff. And it's like our podcast is a perfect example, right? Where we'll talk about it, and there's things that man, I don't like the sequels at all, but I have to talk about them because they're in this thing. I'm not just gonna put fold my arms and get all evil about it, right? If I saw Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, I would be like, hey, oh my God, these people, they're awesome, right?
They do exist.
Yeah, it's not their fault. Now, J.J. Abrams is a different cat. That's a different thing. I'm like, do you know how to write a movie? No, I'm kidding.
If J.J. Abrams walked out in front of you, you'd be okay with it.
Of course, I'd shit my pants. I liked everything you did, I swear.
Especially that Star Trek thing.
It was fun.
No, I was just gonna. He did a better job with Star Trek, actually.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Because you can't.
Because it was earthly.
Because you can't screw Star Trek up.
It's because you could put the Beastie Boys in it, and it's fine, right?
Exactly, it works in that world, right?
So it does.
Yeah.
It's just super classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Bly. Yeah, good point. I don't like most of these podcasts, but they are about Star Wars. So listen, yeah, I mean, that's what I said. Go into a celebration. That's what you get out of it. And like I said, Scott said, you get the camaraderie, you get the stories, you get people's, the relationship with Star Wars into it, and it's in a very an emotional experience, especially if you go to the panels and you do everything and you're there. That's why we wanted to come back to Anaheim, because we want to. I want to be able to drive there and just go.
Yeah.
But I will. Like I said, I am making it a point when it comes back. I'm going. And I said that when it came to Orlando. I'm like, I'm going. I've never been. Let's go. Chicago, Indianapolis, wherever. I want to go. I'm going to make it a goal to go.
New York. Let's go to New York.
Let's go.
Number one was in Denver, and they never went back, huh?
Yeah, the first one in
I
Denver.
saw the pictures, and you guys were there, and all the.
I wasn't there. Chris was
Chris
there.
was
Yeah,
it was miserable, but it was awesome.
Yeah, because it rained. But I mean, exactly.
Yeah.
You have the memories, dude. Like you have the mud and the rain and the tent and everything.
I had a I had a motel in walking distance. Like it wasn't like anything big around there. It was like you were in like 2-story motels around this convention. It's not like today.
Yeah, Commander Blythe said I could do New York. Yeah, I've never been to New York, so it'd be kind of cool.
I've never been either.
I've never been to Chicago either. So
neither have I.
How many times has Celebration been to Chicago? Just once, right? Just one
I
time.
think just once.
And LA's only had it once.
That's fine.
Yeah.
They can keep it in Anaheim.
I didn't like LA's was weak when we
LA's
that
terrible.
That was 05, I believe, and that was weak. They didn't even feel that the convention hall was 3/4 empty. It was it was so bad. It was like, and it's LA too. So,
no thanks.
There's other things to do in LA. That's the thing, right? So they don't go there, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think Anaheim, it's kind of central. It's closer to San Diego. It's got Disneyland's right there. Hey, the Purple Gang.
Yeah. What is up? Thank you for checking in. Like I said, I think they're going to tie. I think it's smart to tie it into a theme park at this point, a Disney theme park.
Yeah.
But I do.
Yeah,
the more I'm trying to explore in my head the dual celebrations, a European one and a US based one, I think it can work just the one time, because it is the 50th anniversary and it's the big deal. Like,
but that's the reason you wouldn't want to do it.
No, I think you do, because it's a world celebration at that point. It's international.
But who gets the original trilogy cast?
You split it, dude.
They're not going to know. None of them are going to go.
Who's left?
None of
Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill and George Lucas. I mean,
yeah.
You bring them.
Who gets them? Obviously, none of those guys are traveling. And Anthony Daniels. None of those guys are traveling to Japan. So
you definitely split. Yeah, you're right. You would definitely split like a new canon panels versus the celebration.
But for the 50th, the main thing is the original people.
I think that I honestly, Europe probably get them, because
I know. That's what I'm saying. None of these guys, none of these 95-year-old mothers are going to go out. George Lucas and Harrison Ford aren't going to go to Japan for a convention.
Yeah. No, but then they come here. That's fine. Then
I'm saying somebody's getting ripped off. Was my point. Doing a duel.
As long as it's them.
I like your thought. But I'm like, there's just no way.
It's a big plan, and as long as we get them, who cares? As long as George Lucas is here, we say you can have it.
It's unfortunate that it doesn't also coincide with like a huge monumental Disneyland anniversary, where it could have been like the 70th anniversary of Disneyland and the 50th anniversary of Star Wars.
Wait a second. Oh no, you're right, because like the 75th
55.
But 75th anniversary of Disney. No, Disneyland has turned 75, doesn't it? Soon, Ernie.
70.
What's 70?
70.
It's
1955.
It's 1955, so it'd be this year. Oh yeah, so you're right.
Starts in May.
Yeah. So, okay, I was not going to put this up, but you did an next comment that Purple Gang, happy to be here, live long and prosper.
Welcome and banned.
But they redeemed themselves. Smash that like button. These people are great. Show some love. I appreciate it.
There was no redeeming.
Wait, Crystal E. If they make it a cruise and it can dock in several different countries, it'll be like Celebration on wheels, dude.
I have a comment.
Here we go. Go for it.
We've all been at these conventions, right? I'm not getting on a boat.
I mean,
with small shower arrangements already, packed in like sardines.
Because it is a convention.
I'm sorry, everybody. And
No. You don't have to say sorry, because again, it is a convention. It is a Comic-Con in a sense. So yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
I mean,
Van Johnson checking in. Like and subscribe already, folks. Hell yeah. Thank you.
appreciate it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to do. I just expect something big, something more than just like, hey, we're gonna have it here and it's the same old advertisements. It's got to have some fireworks, man.
And giving it 2 years, giving it
Yeah.
2 years allows you to reformat it too, to make it a bigger event, right?
Because I could have put money. I was like sitting there going like, shoot, it's gonna come back next year. I'm all ready, and I'm like, wait a second, why would it come back next year? Like, 27 is a opportunity year for them to regroup and really take off with it. Interesting stuff. So we'll know Saturday afternoon when the next one is, because that's when they usually, or Sunday, the last day of the celebration, usually announce. That's the last thing they put up on the screen.
I hope the most exciting thing about the convention isn't the announcement of the next convention.
You're right.
Yeah,
because
that would be
because the what was it? Europe in 23. I think I think the most exciting thing that came out of that was
Bad Batch.
Yeah, Bad Batch. But then where the next celebration was being held, like Japan, I'm like, oh man, like skipping us again.
It would be shit to have a convention and only have like Bad Batch on the docket.
I would.
I
don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Trevor, I'd go, man. Like Celebration the Moon. Hell yeah. Reach for the stars.
That's no moon. That's a space
yeah,
station.
exactly. Imagine the shirts you could sell. That's no moon, Celebration 2027.
Oh, that is a moon.
That is. That's no space
That's
station.
no moon. Yes, it is.
Yeah, actually.
That's no moon. It's a celebration. Oh. See, Disney, you can have that.
You can have that. Well, you just gave that one away. You might want to hold on to that one.
We expect some money on that one.
Yeah, that one.
Commander Ply, I will say the celebrations I've been to are cleaner, people-wise. When we say it is a convention,
Comic-Con is the worst.
Yeah, but a cruise ain't a convention center.
I've never been on a cruise, but it is thinking outside the box, right? A traveling celebration for
I know.
Well,
they do those Disney cruises, and they have like Star Wars themed days, right? Didn't you go on one of those, Ernie?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Disney,
yeah.
Star Wars, yeah.
They have it, which are great, but it's like Chris says, it's not a convention. It's just a cruise, and
gotcha.
That's fine.
There's no real
days.
There's no real hall, there's no place to really
No.
have anything like that.
No.
Yeah.
But with the simulcasting, Chris, to go back to your dilemma on who gets who, that you could fill both main halls up.
Oh, you want somebody to have a TV screen while somebody gets them live, and the people that get them on the TV screen should be just as happy.
That's one way around it. The overflow rooms, they have overflows at the convention. They have overflow rooms, so why not 6,500 miles away?
I don't know.
I understand you. I understand it, because I would be pissed if George Lucas wasn't here. But
you went to Orlando specifically to see George Lucas.
That's
live.
right. To make sure
you got
he was
on
real.
that there, and they gave you a stage, and he was like, "Hi, everybody."
No, I'd be
joining
very
you from Japan via simulcast. Like, oh, boo.
But knowing ahead of time,
yeah. Still, you wouldn't have flown to Orlando for it. Well, you might have, but it wouldn't. That wouldn't have been your main purpose.
You're right. If the selling point was George Lucas being there and get to see him again. This is pre-Disney, right? And at that convention, after he got his standing ovation for like 10 minutes, whatever, because it was a whole Jon Stewart, George Lucas thing. The first thing George Lucas said to Jon Stewart, he said, "Makes you want to do 3 more movies, right?" And everybody's like, "Oh, just whatever." And this is pre-Disney. This is the pre-sale of Disney, and yeah.
Was that the Stu John interview?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. They call it the main event. Yeah.
Are you gonna lose it at home when George walks out at Japan and announces his project?
That would be something very unexpected, and I'd be like, you guys, we need to turn the cameras on now.
Surprise.
Like we're at. We gotta
George
out
of Japan. Cool. Promise you.
Yeah. All right, guys. Anything last? Right.
Let's balance out the likes and viewers. People, hit that like button and to answer Purple Gang's question, I think they asked, are the shirts available in purple? Yes, they are. As a matter of fact, I am currently on our TeePublic page, and they are indeed available in purple.
Yeah, exactly. All right. All right. Yes. Let's see here. Commander Bly, Stu John. Sweet. Oh, he's it's looking for the blasting SH. Oh, some toy news, some toy stuff. That reminds me. So what we're gonna do is on our toy chest, of course, we'll hit it on our regularly scheduled thing. So not this next Monday, but the following Monday. And yeah, we went over some drops that are going to be at Celebration. So if you are interested in seeing the exclusives and stuff, go watch our toy chest that we dropped this Monday, and we kind of go into all that stuff. And hopefully we can get our hands on some of it, because I'd be hate to ask Rhino Hobbies, like, hey, dude.
It's gonna get embarrassing.
How much room you got on that suitcase, dude? Coming.
You want to give me a diamond Jar Jar?
There's some hot toys that are exclusive to Celebration that everybody wants. So
yeah. Galen Urso, a Galen Urso hot toys, but it's only at Celebration. What the hell, man?
I know, right? That's a weird choice, right? Purple Gang send me a link. I think our Teespring link is in the description. I'm not sure.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Boom. There it is. And of course, Alexander Storm is checking in.
So this is handled. Oh, sheesh.
Done.
I like it. You guys are efficient.
Exactly. Well, anything last that you guys want to get out there before we kind of go dark till next week, Ernie?
For those of us who can't make Celebration and are on budget, make sure you're heading back to Ross right now. Because there are lots of Black Series and Star Wars stuff that is in stores right now.
Really?
Black Series are at $5.99, and it's the Acolyte Wave. Soul
still too expensive.
And but no, it's still because they come with cloth goods
for robes. Yes. $5-6 for a robe and extra lightsabers.
Yeah, absolutely. You also have Skeleton Crew. You have Captain Brutus. He's
hitting
there.
Russ.
Yep.
Holy crap! Wow.
I got to go to Ross.
Ahsoka Thrawn as well.
I don't have an Ahsoka Thrawn. Shit. See, now you're talking.
I thought you did get. I know you got the hot toys.
I'll put you on the list.
I didn't get the hot toys.
I thought you got the hot toys Thrawn.
You need an Ahsoka Thrawn, Chris?
For $5.99, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
And
cool.
then with that, the boxes that they have of all the static characters, like the old Smurfs, they were underneath the figures. There's like a Loth Cat and all of the different Grogus. They come in a box.
The little blind box, or not blind box.
Those are showing up for $1.99. About 3 different waves, and then the little, I call them the kitty figures. The one of like Boba Fett and Sabine. There you go. Yes.
Yeah, one of these guys.
Boba Fett and Sabine and everything. I don't know if the actual line has a title to it.
Yeah, the Alex. What do they call it, Scott? The line that you don't like.
Oh no! It is that one. Oh shit! The
4-inch figures, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this sucks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Galactic Heroes, or
they're there for $2.99, and tons of different waves as well too.
Not bad. Not even bad to pick some of those up for our May 4th toy drive too, because
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So
Epic Heroes.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah. So tons of Star Wars stuff right now showing up at Ross. So I would go.
Awesome. Well, good point there. Yeah. Commander Blythe says no way Neil is at Ross.
Neil
is still available on Pulse, by the way. But Alex is you guys are on fire tonight. Oh yeah.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Epic Heroes, Commander Bly. Again, good to know that we could. I hate going to Ross so much, but I'm gonna have to, because I don't have the Brutus. I'll pick up a Brutus.
I need a Brutus too.
Yeah,
I need a Brutus.
I need the kids. I've got Neil and Brutus, but I don't have any of the kids.
Yeah, I mean, pick them all up.
It's different everywhere.
I wonder if they're going to be at Celebration. I didn't think I've seen those guys.
Dude, they were in Riverside 2 weeks ago.
I know. They were like, in our backyard. All of them.
We didn't get a chance to go. What the hell?
I know.
Why didn't we call ourselves Star Wars fans?
I think we were busy. I think we're doing, honestly,
Home Depot trip. Got it.
Yeah. That dish is,
is Ernie being paged?
Whoa. Corinne, he's like,
weren't you done?
Hey, Corinne.
I need Neil.
Okay. Yeah. If Neil does show up at Ross, we will go out there and buy him out and get Neil out to everybody.
And we're not telling Ernie. We're just going to give it directly to you, because Ernie will just keep it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Everybody needs a Neil. Absolutely. Well,
I know. We need
field
more
trip to
Neil
Riverside.
merch.
Yeah, I mean that was at the what do they call it, Scott? The
Inland Empire Strikes Back.
Inland Empire Strikes Back. Yeah. See, that's the
Yeah.
one thing about like where we live, we're lumped in with the Inland Empire. So they do include the high desert, San Bernardino County, Riverside County. There's the Inland Empire, and they have they do a lot of Star Wars events around May 4th and stuff. Like they had the library, was it the San Bernardino Library does like the Inland Empire Shakespeare Star Wars things that so it's a lot of cool things that we have in our area, that I'm hoping that everybody else does.
To get there.
Yeah, it's only 10 miles away, and it's like 5 hours.
We should go check them out on May 4th.
Scott, Purple Gang doesn't see any purple shirts on the store link.
You gotta click on the shirt and then scroll down, and it gives you product colors, man. You can choose your color. Yeah.
Okay.
I promise you it's there.
I'm gonna give him Scott's personal cell phone number for.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
right?
We'll just put it in the chat right there, so you can. Yeah, Crystal, Shakespeare Star Wars. There was a book that they rewrote the episode, A New Hope, Empire, and Return, and Shakespearean, and I have it somewhere. They actually have like readings and plays of it. It's actually very good, very cool.
It's pretty funny. Yeah. It's pretty clever. So.
So. All right, guys. Well, next time you see us, of course, we're going to report on all the celebration stuff. We've got Andor to break down. So next episode is going to be an 8-hour episode. I mean, we're going to go
popcorn. I'm coming with water, catheter.
Yeah, we might go a little long. Hold on, I got to change my catheter.
You go,
yeah. Oh, shit. I was in there a little too long.
We're good. Is Chris wearing a diaper? It's gonna be a long show, man.
Yeah, it's play the Andor clips Outrunner wants us to get. He wants us to get.
Well, yeah, we're at the end now.
Why not? Right?
Play the clip. play the one with him and
more hot pockets.
What the hell?
Meatloaf.
Yeah, meatloaf. Yeah, Andor celebration toys. I mean,
not doing that
for the next couple weeks. We're busy. We're busy.
For 4 weeks, dude. That's what sucks.
4 weeks,
right? Because we're used to 8 to 12 weeks of content and fun and bashing a show. So we're not going to be able to. I don't even think we're going to be able to bash this one because since each one's taking up a whole year, a whole era,
we're going to have to put it in its place.
There's nothing that's going to be bashing like, oh, it was a slow episode because it needed to get to this next episode. We're going to have to wrap everything up.
Yeah, we're going to be putting it in its timeline place and talking about the show in general. We'll try to get our thoughts and everything into it and stuff. And it might take
it's going to be a really fresh take when we do it. It's like we're going to have to do like quick takes each week and then do an in-depth after it's done.
Yeah.
When we have chance to like dice, absorb it.
Yeah.
To digest it.
Yes.
Exactly. Grandmaster checking in. Hello, gentlemen in the USA. Where are you from? You're at Celebration. Awesome. Probably right now as we speak.
Look for a dude carrying a really funky looking rhino. That's one of our That's one of our guys.
That's Rhino
and
Hobbies.
Yeah, Starlight Digest shirt. So
Exactly. If he's wearing a Starlight Digest shirt, go up to him. That's Rhino Hobbies, our man on the streets. Have fun, man. And again, Celebration is an amazing experience, no matter where it's at. And one day, I do want to get to a out of the United States Celebration. Be awesome to do. But at the same time, we want George Lucas here. So, Ernie,
next project.
Yeah.
Yes. Ernie, I'm going to shut up now. It's shocking. Right. I know. Shocking. I know, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's still going. Just pass the fucking thing off, dude. Ernie.
Thank you so much for everybody tuning in tonight, jumping in the pit with us. Lots of new names. Please hit that thumbs up, and on your way out, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and hit all so you don't miss when we're on, like Mondays with the Toy Chest, other great shows, reviews, specials that we have, and then every Wednesday night here. Yes, Andor will be hitting and dropping by the next time that we're on. That's going to be awesome. And then all that celebration news, you can check us out on all social medias, Facebook, especially for our 24/7 Star Wars talk. Join us over in our Discord. There's lots of stuff going on, popping there. Moocher can usually be found there. and then all
lurk.
over. So we'll be jumping on right along with you on all the news and everything like that. Tonight's episode was brought to you by Tashi Station Emporium. As you get some of those exclusive figures or some of these Ross finds, head on over there, get all your figures on stands like that as well.
That's right.
Dress up your shelf as well too with extras and anything that you
Oh,
collect.
look at that.
He definitely, that's so awesome. Brand new stands.
Yeah, flight stands.
He has you covered.
I had to make more.
Neil.
Hey,
loves it.
Neil's even
loves
on
it.
his stand.
Yeah, he is.
Again, that's Tashi Station Emporium. The link is down below. And we will see you guys next week. It's going to be awesome.
Okay.
But you know
Second
what?
outro.
We're even. I know, right? Now it's time for the real outro, right?
Okay.
Because
yes,
on May 4th, we're going to be at Better Days Beer, Wine, and Food Bar. I say food bar. There's going to be some really cool themed food there, as well as some really cool themed drinks. Also, live music from the High D Boys just down the street here. If you are in the Inland Empire, if you are anywhere near Apple Valley, California, the Victorville area, come by, see us. We're going to have trivia. Chris is going to give a bunch of people a hard time if they don't get the questions right. It's good times for all. We have prizes.
I'm a joy.
We have
Yes,
we have a prize for first place, second place, even last place. There's a prize. So, you know, your chances are good. That's Sunday, May 4th at Better Days. We're taking the stage at what time? 7 p.m.
Yes.
We're
7 p.m.
taking the stage at 7
Trivia starts.
That's right. And all you got to do to get in here, other than drive up, make that drive up the Cajon Pass, you've got to bring a toy, because it is a toy drive to benefit Chips for Kids. That is a really well-known, fun toy collection group they collect for Christmas. Kids in need. Everybody needs toys. Everybody loves toys, and we don't want kids to go without. So this is our chance to do a little bit of good. So
yes. And Grandmaster is letting us know that some panel times have been moved. So it's even us at home. Get the Celebration app. Get the app, because that's little update, and we can follow along here at home.
It's because they had a problem with the trailer projection. That's what it was. There was probably a sound issue. They got to fix it. Maybe the quality wasn't right.
Get the app. They'll update you. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. And Scott,
keep it nerdy, everybody.
Play the clips.
Go.
This is Grand Admiral Thrawn. You are listening to the Sarlacc Digest. What a fascinating play on words.